Okay, so as you can see, it's me, PK HERCS. I'm here with Zetti.
Zetti's hot plate. And PK, what are we cooking today?
Today we're gonna fry up some kingfish.
Okay,
so right now we're just setting up the prep work.
Yeah.
Right? We have the Zetti cutting boards, you know what I'm saying? Right now, me and Zetti are here. We have the kingfish soaking. Right now, Friday we'll get a picture of that in a second. So we have the kingfish in the water.
Some lemon water.
Some lemon water, as Zetti said here. So now we have some provisions.
Prepare these for, you guys know what this is, like the peppers for the escabeche, right? And this guy here loves escabeche.
I love it.
I don't know why, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I love it. Escabeche is probably one of my favorite.
Yes, and I met you through cooking what for you?
Fried snapper
okay.
with escabeche.
Yes,
so when I found out she fried fish, so I found out through a friend that Zetti fries fish. Because we met in my building where I live. But yeah, I found out from all people, it was a mail carrier. I think he works for like Canada Post or something like that. He happens to know Zetti, and he was talking about, yo, she fries fish. So I'm like, oh yeah, I always want to sample fried fish. I love the fried fish. So when I find out that Zetti makes fried fish, I approached her. She's like, yeah man, a small thing, that easy. Been getting fried fish from Zetti ever since. It's been over a year now.
More than a year.
Exactly.
Almost 2 years, yeah.
Pandemic, old times, broil. I posted her stuff many a times. But anyways, now let's get back to this. So we have some purple green onion.
Some green onion. We call it scallion in Jamaica. And we have some pepper here. So we're gonna like prepare these stuff first, and then we're gonna season the fish. So
we have orange.
Fish is soaking in some lemon water, as you can see.
We got some orange and red
onion.
peppers.
And for me, this is the Irie fish seasoning, and I don't work for Irie, but I try and I use a lot of fish seasoning out there, but this one is the best one because some of them is like pure salt. You're not tasting like the garlic and the onion, but for Irie, and I do make my own seasoning, and when I don't have mines, I go to Irie. This is the best one out there.
So, you heard it first. Zetti
when you use Irie fish seasoning, you don't have to add anything else to it. You just use the Irie fish seasoning, and you're okay. And this is Zetti approved. And so far, so good. So Irie, see, I'm bigging you guys up because it's a real deal.
Alright, so what are we going to do here first? I see you already started cutting.
So I start chopping, so let me see what you can do. So y'all want you to...
Oh, you want me? You want to cut some onion?
Yeah, I want you to finish. I want you to finish.
It's not a lot of onion, but I can cut it. That's not hard. So, my scallion chopping is probably not as nice as Zetti because it's bigger. Because I like the bigger pieces. I like it rough cut. But so this is my little rough cut of the scallion that was left. So you want me to chop up the onion too?
Yeah, so you're going to take off the skin of the onion.
Yeah. Hey, I worked in the kitchen before.
Yeah, I know you know.
But it wasn't because I was being paid.
Yeah.
I was a paid guest.
Okay.
So I wasn't a paid guest. I mean, I was a resident, and I worked in the kitchen. So I do have a little kitchen experience.
Yeah, I know you know.
I'm a great old Don Jill, you know. So
Don Jill.
Yeah, Don Jill kitchen. I worked there for many times. The onion. I was like the same lady, Miss B. She would be like, oh, when she learned how to cook, she remember one time she was talking about, oh, her chef boss told her to peel onions. And she threw away the skins. Yeah, and the man got mad at her. He's like, yo, what are you doing with that? We can make French onion soup with that.
But when you're making soup, this is good.
French onion soup, that's what he was saying. So we were making French onion soup, and it was, you know, it was pretty good. But that's what she remembered. Like, oh, I was scalded for wasting the onion skins because you can still use it to make
soup, or if you're making like stewed chicken or whatever, it's good to put in the pot.
Yeah, so.
Even the scallion, when the leaves are dry, it's good to use though.
So you want me to dice this, or is this slicing fine like this good?
That's the way I make it, and I'm making it for you, so you're gonna leave it like that. So if you want more onion, then you're gonna like chop.
No, I don't need too much onion. Half an onion I think is enough for me, personally.
Okay.
So, what do you rate my chopping skills?
Well, you passed the test.
It's uniform, right?
It's perfect, yeah. And
I got skills in the kitchen. I can whip it. You know what I'm saying? I can cook. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, we whip it. I whip my hair back and forth.
Right.
So we have some pepper.
Okay, so we have the peppers.
So I'm gonna watch some of these peppers.
All
so
right.
how much pepper you want? Because remember that this is your doing. So
that's enough. Give me a couple orange ones. Yeah, that's good. I like color.
Yeah, I like my plating to look pretty too, you know. So we gotta watch some of the more pepper.
Alright, so Zetti's washing the peppers here. I'm gonna chop them up, I guess. You notice I chopped the onions and I didn't cry.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Because it was in the fridge a little bit.
Yeah, but now I'm feeling that I can feel it.
Yeah.
It's catching up. So if you run some cold water,
we're gonna push this down like that.
That should help.
Yeah. And then we're gonna chop pepper.
Alright, so you want me to take the seeds out or you want the seeds in?
How you like it.
Okay. Alright.
So you can go a long way up.
So are these hot?
Taste the pepper. You do
No, keep it there. I'll keep it there.
Okay.
Is this hot?
No.
These aren't hot.
I didn't bring any hot pepper today because like I know.
I don't like.
I know.
I don't like.
And I'm not really like a
hot.
spicy hot. So I didn't bring any form of hot pepper today.
I feel.
But if you like it, you can cook. You can put. Because my grandmother always tell me some people when they can't cook, they use pepper to disguise it.
That's what I was just about to say. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah. So when you can do this with no hot pepper, you know you can do something. You know what I mean? And PK, you're doing good. You're chefing this thing up, man.
Yeah, 2 years in Donjel Kitchen, man. I learned a lot. I won't lie.
Okay.
You know.
So what were you doing in Donjel Kitchen?
I was at first. That's okay. So I started off as washing dishwasher in the back, peeling potatoes, stuff like that.
Okay.
But then there was a baking job that opened up. Then I became the baker.
Okay.
But at first there was resistance from Miss V. She was like, "No, man." But then this next lady.
Big up Miss V.
Yeah, there's a next lady, Patricia.
Yeah.
She worked at Donjel Kitchen also. She's the one that actually vouched for me, like, "Nah, man, he works. Give him a chance."
Okay.
So from there, and for me, working was the best way to keep my mind sane. You know what I'm saying? Not dealing with everything going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, I learned a lot working in the kitchen.
And you were younger?
Yeah, I was 2000, 2008, 2009. So that was a time ago, right? So yeah, I worked in the kitchen. And yeah, that was my escape from the madness, right? Keep my mind occupied. So yeah, like I said, I started off as dishwasher, eventually became the baker, and then I just did any miscellaneous job around the kitchen. I was doing it because the more time you spend in the kitchen, the less time you have to deal with on the range. Like, yo, you're not there. I use it as an escape, you know?
That's for me too, because like I went through a lot before pandemic, and I was just a regular at-home mom cook. My kids like my cooking, but after I've been through what I've been through, I cook the fish for you, and then you put it on your post, and somebody contact me, and he asked me to make some meal for him. It was close to Christmas time, and I think I charged him $700 and something to do what he wants me to do, because it was a big thing, and I was like calling people that I know, because this was my first time, you know, giving out an order. And I come up with a figure $700, but it was Christmas time, and this guy came. He was a Caucasian person, and he came to the house and he gave me the money in an envelope, and I didn't count it. I went upstairs, and when I see how much money, I was like, oh my God, what? This guy must be crazy. And he says, well, my wife liked her meatloaf, and his wife is black from Jamaica, and she liked the fish. She was like, I remind her of her grandmother fish, and I was like, what? And yeah, he gave me the envelope. The envelope was like almost double what I charged him.
$1,500.
And I called PK and I said, PK, I'm gonna cook some meal for you guys. And he's like, what? I'm okay. And I'm like, no, this guy came off your page and whatever, and he's a regular customer. And yeah, I'm happy for that. Like, it's pretty good relationship we have, whatever. And whenever he called me for cook, it doesn't matter if it's a shift at work, I'm canceling that shift because I'm making double the trouble. So yeah, so that's how I like I got into the cooking. I wasn't in the mood like to cook for people at the time, but like when PK posted that thing, and then I did that funeral, which was the saddest thing that like I really did, you know, like the funeral, whatever. And that family was also very nice to me, and like, you know, they follow me on Instagram and they're very supportive, and like I was so happy to cook for her brother funeral, because I also lost a brother, you know, but like hers was like from natural cause, mine was like a tragedy. So, you know, like cooking was like my savior. Like cooking is like an art board, like it's my thing that in life.
It's your
like,
canvas.
Like it's my canvas board, like, and I love my kitchen clean, because when I come in sometime, I just go in the fridge and I always like season the meat and put in, I just pull something out and I just work on it and, you know, get better and better and better. And you guys from We Love Hip Hop like support me so well, you know, like what I mean, like.
Glad to.
Yeah, Friday.
Glad to help.
Yeah, support me, and yeah. Even one time I thought the food wasn't okay, and I met your wife and she was like, "Oh my God, it was so great yesterday." I'm like, "Huh?"
Yes.
After
yes,
I thought I did it, I thought it wasn't that great, and she was like, "It was so good." And I was like, "Huh?" So God is good. So yeah, that's how I get like I start doing but I was just a regular at home, you know, single mother cooking, and you bring some money my way. And I appreciate that.
God puts people in your life for a purpose, right?
Yeah.
So our purpose was to meet and enjoy good food.
Yeah.
They say you break bread with people you cook with, right?
Yeah. And it's been great ever since.
All right, so there's one more. Let me finish chopping that one up. But how am I doing so far with my chopping?
Oh, it's good. It's perfect. You're the master chef, trust me. So I'm gonna watch some time
Chef
for you.
Boyer Enzo, don't forget it.
Yeah, so I'm washing up some time here. You want more time than this?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Man can cook.
Yeah.
And also we have vinegar here.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Any regular vinegar.
For the
Not the cleaning vinegar.
Not cleaning vinegar.
Not cleaning vinegar.
Cooking vinegar.
Cooking vinegar. So
So,
I'm gonna go ahead while you're doing that, and I'm gonna start washing these so we can like pot dry them when we finish and put on our seasoning. So
alright.
stay tuned. We'll come back to you guys.
Alright, people. Now we're at the crucial part. We're gonna season the kingfish with the Zetti approved Irie. So we have
seasoning. So
Irie fish
when you have
seasoning
Irie
here.
fish seasoning, you don't need anything else.
Alright. Zetti approved.
Yeah.
Zetti hot plate approved, okay?
Yeah.
So we have the sliced kingfish that was washed already, pat dry, and now we're gonna season it with the Iries. So I'm gonna pick up the bowl here, I'm gonna sprinkle it, or should, I'm gonna just pick it up and sprinkle it, right?
Okay.
Real sprinkle, just like that. You know what I'm saying? My Salt Bay, get my Salt Bay on.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then we're gonna turn them over and do it again.
And then I am gonna like be his sous chef and like rub it on for him.
Oh, thank you. You're my sous chef. Alright.
So sprinkle the clove on this side for me now.
Yes.
Okay, and you don't want to give it too much seasoning because you don't want it salt, because
That's right. So there's enough left on the board here.
yeah.
So
So we're not young anymore now, blood pressure kicks
talk
in.
to them. In Zetti's other profession, she's a healthcare person.
Yeah.
She's in the healthcare profession, so she knows what she's talking about, blood pressure and salt and them thing there. So now we're seasoning up the kingfish, rubbing it in.
And some people use oil to do it so they get it in or whatever, but me like the old school way for rub it in. You know, rub it in on the flesh and, you know.
So this is just a season and a fry. We're not like dredging it in flour or anything. It's just the fish seasoning we're using today. We're not dipping it in oil, doing all of that. You know, not wet, dry, none of that. Just the fish seasoning today with the peppers and stuff over here for the escabeche. We got more fish we're gonna season up, obviously. This is cooked. It's clean.
So this is what it looks like with the seasoning on it. You know, make sure so you get every crease and corner. And this is what this is. So yeah. So we're gonna leave it there, and then we're gonna start the frying process, and then we will get back to you guys. So yeah. So,
Alright. So we have it now coated with the Irie Zetti hot plate approved. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to pick up whatever's left on the bottom of the board here with the wet fish. You know what I'm saying? Waste not, want not. We get it all. Alright? Pat and dry, slap them on the, slap the fish, slap the babies before they go in the oven or in the oil, you know what I'm saying?
I like when you say slap the fish. You better make sure you slap the one and only right fish.
That's right. Well,
okay.
We're
gonna put this aside for a few minutes and then we're gonna get to the frying part. So
yeah, we're gonna turn on the oil. We haven't turned on the oil yet.
So when we do that, we'll get back to you.
Fish season, oil's hot. We're about to put it in the pan.
And it's ready. The oil is ready. So I'm gonna let it put in the fish.
I'm gonna see if I'm gonna do it by hand. I'm gonna do it by hand first. But if it's a little too hot, too dangerous, I'm gonna use the fork. So
just lay them down to this.
Oh, that oil is nice and hot, as you can see. The fish turned instantly white. Like, yo, this side is gonna be cooked fairly quick. So that's one thing about kingfish, right? It cooks quick.
Cooks quick, yeah.
So let's put this one down here. Ooh, a little pop back from the oil. So maybe we'll use the fork.
Let me put one.
Yeah, go on, do it.
Alright, just put it so I don't know that.
See, you see how the mother's touch? She didn't even fear the oil. She just one time. Me, not so great.
I know. They don't want to burn with the gloves on it, but that wouldn't be a good burn, eh?
No, it would not.
Yeah.
So we grab a plate now. Just my fingers from the seasoning made it a little bit dirty.
That's okay. We're gonna put paper towel there.
Yeah, so we're gonna flip these very soon. So here's the fork. So this is the first one we put in. So we're gonna go for that one first to flip. So I'm gonna take the fork.
And if it's not fried the way you want it, then you just go back over and do it again.
Right.
If you want to fry it deeper, darker, yeah.
I'm gonna flip this one also.
No, make that one stay first.
Okay.
Yeah. That is thicker than that.
So there's an amazing smell and aroma coming off of the oil and the fish.
Oh
the
my
kingfish
God.
smells amazing right now. With the Zetti Hot Plate approved Irie, you need to send us a check of approval. That's what you want.
Yeah. And I tried many other seasonings, but none of them like Irie.
So this kingfish looks like you can use a couple more
turn the other one
seconds.
now.
So now we're gonna turn this one here. So, but I'm gonna let Zetti do it.
Just pick them up like that and just put it like that.
But she's the professional here.
Yeah.
Many years of, oh, see that?
Yeah.
The seasoning got a nice crisp on it.
Yeah. So
We're gonna remove the first one we put in is this one right here.
It's ready. So there we go. Hold him up, let him drip off a little bit.
Oh,
yeah.
Look at that. Golden.
It's pretty and golden. I just put him on the paper towel like that, make him lie down.
Take another one. I like to do this so we don't have to flip it. Just put it on top. Do a quick pat.
Okay, and I'm going to turn this again because I'm not satisfied with this side over there.
Oh.
Oops, sorry, I'll flat after we don't have kids in the kitchen when we're cooking.
Right. So this is cooking with Zetti. Fried kingfish.
Ready?
Alright. So now my favorite part. Escabeche or escabeche. How do you say it?
Jamaican, escabeche.
Alright. So escabeche.
Okay.
Alright, so this is my favorite part. So Zetti's gonna take it from here. So I don't know how to make this.
I'm gonna put a piece of butter in there.
Alright, generous piece of butter.
Yeah.
If in cups, what is that? Half a cup?
This butter?
Yeah.
Don't ask me that.
Okay.
I don't know that. Just to how you want it.
Alright.
Okay.
So basically to your flavor.
Okay, so I'm gonna start adding in the stuff.
It's rinsed and what?
Whoops, sorry, rinse them already.
Yeah, we rinsed
them. And I'm gonna put in older and wash them. You guys do rinse and wash. And we're gonna get a fork.
Okay. So what she's added to the pot now is butter, thyme, onion, scallion, and the peppers.
Yeah.
So we're gonna let this cook down.
The only thing we don't have is the pimento seed, but that's okay. We can work with it.
Yeah, no pimentos.
And the next thing you have to do again is take a little bit of your
Irie fish seasoning.
and use whoops.
Zetti approved. Zetti hot plate approved.
You take it, so everybody who always tell me why my fish is like that on the escovitch, this is what I do.
So she adds a little fish seasoning.
Add a little fish seasoning, and then we're going to take the vinegar now.
So here we have the vinegar.
And more pepper.
We have vinegar.
Yeah, so let me open and let me show because...
Yes, because this is your expertise.
So I'm going to pour the vinegar. Don't want it to... the vinegar to take away all of the taste. So we have to mind how we do that.
So,
and then we're going to come in with the carrot now.
Okay. Rinsed and washed.
Yeah. And you can put any seasoning that you want on it. But like I say, I already have everything for me. Garlic, onion, everything. So we're good. And we're gonna take the pot. We're gonna take the pot cover for this, and we're gonna turn it down and let it steam down a little bit. Yeah.
So it seems so it's only a simple ingredient. Butter and vinegar right now.
Some people use oil or whatever, but yeah.
So this is Zetti's with the thyme, carrot, onion, scallion,
and then Piggy, I'm gonna get a spoon and let you taste it to see if it's too sour or it want more vinegar or whatever it wants. Right?
So we're gonna put the pot on, let it steam down a bit, simmer, stew down a bit, you know. So putting on the gloves because we gotta keep it sanitary.
Gloves, and I want to show my beautiful nails, guys.
Who did your nails, Zetti?
I love getting my nails done. Hollywood Nails at Bloor and Ransomville. Big up yourself. Zetti all the time. They're good to me.
She's coordinating with her shirt.
They're good to me anyway.
So she's color coordinating?
Yeah. And ladies, if you're cooking, and you know sometimes the nails bust, get yourself a toothbrush and brush your nails. Because that's what I do with lemon juice. Brush to get rid of bacteria, okay? Because you have some guys on Instagram or whatever, they love to talk about people with nails doing cooking. We wash our nails, guys. So
clearly, we were wearing gloves the whole time. It's the only first time she's not wearing no gloves. So here's the unveil.
I need to show my
Here's the unveil of this.
So there we go.
The escovitch.
And you can chop up your thyme if you want to, but we rather not to.
No, we'll pull that. We'll pull it out after.
Yeah, we can pull it out after.
All right.
So, yeah. So PK is gonna take a spoon over here. Let me get him a spoon. And
hold on, we have what's over here. Oh, here we go. We got a plastic knife for it. So we'll just open this right.
And guys, our kitchen is not the way it's supposed to be yet. We're working on it, so
don't worry. This is just the first episode. All right. So I got my plastic fork. We're going in for the taste test. All right. So I want to make sure.
I want to put this over here.
Oh, I can smell the vinegar. You know. Okay. So I got it here. Just how I like it. Okay. And once this gets to sit down and marinate and settle on top of the fish, it's gonna be even better. The fish is gonna taste better. Oh, see the fish here? The fish is gonna taste better. The escovitch, it's got the vinegar, the butter. Too bad I didn't have the pimentos. That would have given it just that little extra kick that it needs. But right now, for what it is, it's perfect. You know what I mean? I'm enjoying it. I want to take more, but I'm not going to put this fork back in there. So, you see me close this, get rid of this.
And then you're going to take this.